Welcome to Heart and Hustle presents Get It Out.
Yeah.
I'm your host, William Hustle, and I'm here with my co-host, Big Pat.
That's right. Let's get it out, everyone.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Real happy about the episode today, especially being that we're going to get our moms involved and just kind of paying tribute to those people that never stop loving us, never stop supporting us, never stop giving us hope, even in our lowest times. And again, really looking forward to that.
Without the women in the world, our moms, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
No.
So we want to just, let all the women in the world know how much we appreciate them, even at times if we feel like we don't. But truth is, none of us would be here if you all didn't deliver us into this world. So, Big Pat, I got something for you real quick. I've been working with the buttons, man. I'm getting a little familiar with it. So before we get started, let's get our quote of the day.
The quote of the day.
Quote of the day.
Let's get a little applause there. Yeah. So the quote of the day. So this is by Stephanie Douglas. The bond between mother and son lasts a lifetime. The bond between a mother and son is a special one. It remains unchanged by time or distance. It is the purest love, unconditional and true. It is understanding of any situation and forgiving of any mistake. It creates support that is constant while everything else changes. It is a friendship based on mutual love, respect, and general liking of each other as a person. It is knowing that no matter where you go or who you are, there is someone who truly loves you and is always there to support and console you. When a situation seems impossible, you make it through together by holding on to each other. It is strong enough to withstand harsh words and hurt feelings, for it is smart enough to always see the love beyond the words. It is brave enough to always speak the truth, even when lies would be easier. It is always there, anytime, anywhere, whenever it is needed. It is a gift held in the heart and in the soul, and it cannot be taken away or exchanged for another. To possess this love is a treasure, and that makes life more valuable.
And the only way to take it there for moms is to go in deep. Man, when you done been with good women in your life, and then I have 3 sisters, and me and my mom, we close. And then to see firsthand with my wife and her kids, a woman's love. I remember back in the day, and I ain't gonna even say, back in the day could be a few years ago.
Right.
But it's back in the day. But, us men, we argue about children to a mom. And there's no love like a mother's love.
Right.
It'd be fool on our part. I learned not to now, but it'd be fool on our part.
Right.
So, your mom ready?
Yeah. So we are going to actually be calling our moms, showing both of them some appreciation for where we are now, and definitely just being retrospective on where we've been. So yeah, let's do this. I'm texting you her number right now, Will.
I hope my mom don't say nothing out of line. What about your mom?
Man, I'll tell you, I've always everything's kind of an open book. I mean, at this point in my life, I don't not talk about anything because I'm confident that there's somebody out there that is like, man, I could never tell anybody that. So if I can keep myself open so that other people know that it's okay to talk
Period.
about with that, whatever. There's no anything that's bothering you. It's a subject that needs to be talked about. regardless. I mean, and that's the main thing.
Yes, sir. Is your mom's last name Hamill?
It is not Janet Rich.
Rich.
Yes.
Meant to be rich, bro.
Yeah.
Well, let's get her on the phone, bro.
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
Yes.
How are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry,
Christmas, Miss Rich.
Merry Christmas to you.
So, Mom, first off, my mother just is recovering. She had COVID, and then she got pneumonia on top of the COVID. So, not how she wanted to start the holidays, but you are doing better, which so happy, man.
And there's nothing that can stop you. That's why you made it through it.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better.
So, Mom, we are both of us, Will and I, are doing a tribute to those who have gotten us through, even when it seemed like there was no hope. A mother's love is a mother's love, and it definitely shines a light on even the darkest of times. Looking back from the beginning, as far as my youth growing up, I know there were things that I held you responsible for, but in fact, you were never the one that did any of those things, but you were the one that always was there. So you got the brunt of my pain and my suffering, which I know looking back, I wish it could have been different, but it was, it is what it is. But I think the love I have for you. But anyway, the question being, looking back, was there ever a time that you thought that there was just no hope, or this I wasn't going to change?
No, never. Ever since you were a little boy, you had this loving, outgoing personality that you're just a little guy with this big, huge heart. And it didn't matter even when you were a teenager, you'd come in my class and give me a hug and kiss in front of everybody. You'd never were shy of showing your love for people. And that love was so strong. It was more than anyone else I knew. You were just this loving, giving, caring kid. You were little and you would say, "Mommy, wish me luck. I don't get in trouble." And I'd say, "Good luck, buddy."
Yeah.
But you had this ADHD that no one knew about then, and it was new, and there was something that I knew in my face, and I knew even when you looked like I could see demons in your eyes, even when I knew that that wasn't you, that you'd been possessed or taken over or whatever.
Yeah.
I knew my little guy was in there. I knew you were in there. And I went to Al Anon meetings and stuff, and they would say, I had parents tell me, moms say, they'll hit their rock bottom. They'll hit their rock bottom, and, when they're 30, they're going to be okay. So I waited, and 30 came, and it wasn't quite your rock bottom, but
No.
I still thought, okay, well, some people are more immature. It'll come. But I mean, there were times I thought I was mourning because I knew you weren't there,
Yeah.
but I also had the faith you're in there. You are going to make it. And I never stopped. I had a heavy heart, and there were times I thought you hated me. But, buddy, when you hit your rock bottom, and you did it, I mean,
Yeah.
your grandma, your papa, you were loved so much, but
Yeah.
it was that little guy, that loving little guy with the big heart that broke through. You did it yourself.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it was like when you were first born and I held you in my arms.
Yeah.
When you did it, that feeling of a newborn baby, you were back.
Right.
And no, I never gave up. Never did I ever give up.
Yeah. Do you think now that and I'm gonna let Will ask you a question next but do you think now that going through what we went through, it makes everything all that much more you appreciate stuff that much more. Like we know the depths and how bad
Oh,
things
yes,
can get. I mean, but now it's like you
yes.
come around, it's like, man, we almost had to experience that because now our love is, I mean, nothing could be stronger.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just it's just being human. It's the ups and downs of life and making it through the storm, and then you make it through, and it's like a rebirth. There's something that you know, hey, we're human. We make mistakes. We have diseases. But um, bottom line is, love conquers all. And
Absolutely.
Like I was gonna ask you, but you just, I mean, love conquers all.
I mean, anybody that had you as a teacher, I love your mom. She was such a great teacher. She was such a great coach. Um, this is my passion, and this is what not only want to do, but I'm in my groove. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and
He in
that's.
his zone.
yeah, and you do it well, buddy.
Hey,
You do it well.
last thing, I know that you got a lot going on today, but the last thing, and again, this Will and I aren't doing this for just to always be talking about us. We talk about us to help others, but for the mothers out there that have children that are going through struggle, and that they are in a moment where I was 4 years ago, where you saw me on 4th of July in July of 17, 4 days before I left, and you said, I said, Pat's not going to be. You told Mike Pat's not going to be here much longer.
Yeah, I saw it in your eyes. I saw your.
It
It
was
wasn't you.
well, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was the darkness, the demons.
Yeah.
They had. I had very little of me left, and I was real close to giving up. And a matter of fact, 4 days later, I was going to kill myself. I was going to hang myself, but the cops were there at the door when I got there, and they just said, "Are you ready, Pat?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm ready." I can't say no to that question ever again. You get to a point with your pain and everything where you say you got to get busy living or you got to get busy dying, and it's just you can't tell another lie. And it's not that you can't tell another lie to another person, it's that you can't tell another lie to yourself. Mom?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I knew you were lying.
Oh yeah.
You knew. Yeah. I mean, we knew it. It
I
was like, really, Pat, you're gonna.
yeah.
I think what I would say to mothers is learn everything you can about the disease, because you find they all say the same thing. They all talk the same way. They'll all give you the same lines, and it's so educate yourself. Go to Al-Anon. Go to know your child's disease inside and out, so they can't so you're not codependent.
Right.
Learn it. And I made mistakes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I enabled you so many times, and that but and it's tough. Tough love, and not being codependent is tough.
Yeah.
But don't ever give
The
up.
reason that there's so much relapse through the NA and NA programs, I think, is that you're not dealing with what's within. They're telling you to look outside of yourself, when in fact everything that you have to heal is right inside. So, would you agree with that? That a lot of it is dealing with your
do.
pain and dealing with your trauma.
I do, and I also feel that there's some things that get overlooked. Like I would never take ADHD or ADD as a oh, that's nothing. People say, oh, that's just a label. But there were times that you just wanted to feel normal. There were times you wanted to be apart and not just be the class clown, or have people, laugh at you but not invite you to their party.
Right.
There were times that you sedated yourself. Say, now I think I'm where everybody else is. And I think that there's things like that, or divorce, or death, or different things that a child goes through that think, oh, they're tough enough, they'll get through it. They need counseling. And I overlook counseling for my kids. This isn't your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, you were born with ADHD. You're okay. You were, it's not your fault. Your daddy and I got divorced. You had nothing to do with this. We both,
Right.
there was things that you need to hear from a counselor, from somebody else. you
Or
know,
just
to
somebody
say, hey,
else like this.
yes,
Just
yes,
talking
I know,
about it.
right.
Right.
We want to thank you for that, Miss Rich. The beautiful thing about life is, and that we're trying to get everyone to understand now, is everyone has a story.
Yep.
But if you made it through it, you made it through it for a reason.
Right.
So we want to thank you, Miss Rich, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, Mom, can't tell you how much, love you so much. She's been running after us and making sure we felt loved our whole life. And
Yes, sir.
I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Mom. I love you so much. And we'll see you. We'll see you tonight.
Merry Christmas, Miss Rich.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
I would have never thought today that when we called your mom, that she just helped another mother.
Absolutely.
Because there's mothers out here now that they know it and they don't want to see it, but that's a mother's love.
I think what we're both going to find here is that when you heal, that love that has gotten you through that healing, you're going to be a reflection of that. And I think we're both reflections of our mothers.
Because I'm a dad, and there's certain things that I'm not gonna stand for and be there for too many times. But that's not the case of a mother.
No.
So we doing this episode today because it's about, it's Christmas time and it's about
It is
love.
bad. I should have done pay the traffic bad.
Oh, okay. Don't be trying to take his side.
Yeah.
Traffic is bad.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Don't
Miss
be-
Foster.
Well, he was at the gym. I know where he was at. He was at the gym, and I told him I got to get going with my wife. But Mama, it's about a mother's love and a son's love, and doing all the things I was doing. My mom used to work at a daycare. Before the daycare, she would be driving the school bus, and she would catch me on the corner. And I ain't never seen another mom jump out the car, jump out the bus, and be ready to whoop me off that corner.
Right.
And
Yep.
as a parent now, you see some of the things that I'm willing to stand all the way by your side for, and certain things I'm not. But so many people wouldn't have stood by their kid's side. Why did you stand by me no matter what and through what?
Why did I?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you was my child, and I was going to show you that there was a better way. And if I didn't do it, the streets was going to consume you. And it did consume you, where you went to jail. You went to jail for 14 years in a little change. But all that time, regardless, I was still telling you, Dante, it's a better way in life. You don't have to choose the streets. You don't have to choose the things that you was doing because you wanted that fast money. And me and you cried a lot of nights about the things that you was doing.
Don't tell him I cried, Mom.
Yeah.
You cried.
It's
You cried. I'm being truthful. You cried because when you see, I was just gonna just walk away from you and just let you just do what you wanted to do. You tried to straighten your life up. And when you did that, whatever that last time you had to go to jail for, when lady, they gave you your sentence, and lady told me in there, you better not cry. You better not cry. When they told you you had 14 years, it was just like I couldn't hardly breathe. I couldn't hardly get myself together. But you walked up there as a man and you chalked that up as a man because you knew you was wrong.
Yeah, I knew I was
And
wrong.
you took it. You took it. You took it like a champ.
I had no
And
choice.
that was the part that had me just toe up because you admitted your wrongdoing. you took your time and you turned your life around. When you came out and then you sat down on that deck and Tish and Trina was out there and I said, Dante, if you go back in, what did I tell you?
You might not be here when I get back out.
I told you if I pass away and Tish and Trina and your dad is not gonna get you out of jail in shackles to see me. I said because you got the right to do the right decision. And
Yes,
I
ma'am.
meant that. And I meant it. And after that, you told me how you cried for 2 and 3 weeks and you said, my mama means this. I did mean it. Because I love you. You was my firstborn. And
Yeah,
I didn't want to constantly come to a jail to see you.
yeah. I just,
I gave you 6 months when you got out to get yourself together, to stay with me. Whatever we had to do, we was going to get your life together. And you did.
yes,
And I'm
ma'am.
proud of you.
Thanks, mama. Well,
I'm very proud of
that's why I do what I do.
He's definitely an inspiration, Miss Foster.
you. Thank you.
Hey, that's your.
He
Go
he's
ahead.
still working on himself. He's still working on
Uh,
doing better,
oh, the best
getting better.
the
Yes,
best is
ma'am.
the best is yet to come.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. I told him before we called. I said, because Pat mom, after we got a phone with her, I say, and she kept saying just how much love he is, because I'd be telling people at work, like, man, he ain't nothing but a big bundle jundle of love. Like, that's all he do. And before we called you, I was like, yo, I get my hustle from my mama. Like, I ain't never seen, like, I be telling my sisters, like, man, y'all tripping. Like, y'all don't know how much she done hustle for us. So we didn't live a life like a lot of people, like we didn't want for anything. And it's
Well,
because you did what you had to do.
I did what I had to do, and your dad came and backed it up. Although he had struggles, he turned his life around. Cause if he didn't, I wasn't gonna be there with him.
Right, but he still, even through in his struggles, he did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do.
Cause we ain't never
And
want for nothing, but I just wanted to
both,
make it better. Cause I love the
y'all,
streets.
y'all both turned your life around. You turned your life around from the hood stuff and wanting to get fast money.
Yes, ma'am. I'm still getting
And
fast
you
money
still,
now.
yeah, you're getting fast money, but you're doing it legally.
That's right.
You work
That's
every
right.
day,
Maximize
and
my
that's
hustle.
what it takes.
Me and you, she get
It
mad
ain't
at me.
nobody.
She get mad at me a lot because I not because I'm at work. Like I'd rather work so I can make it a little better for us. And that's my goal in life. Cause
And
um,
that's what he do. That's what you do, Dante. You
yes, ma'am.
truly do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Uh,
And I'm proud of you for it. I
Thanks,
am
mom.
very.
And I thank you.
Miss Foster, I wanted to ask you a question. We asked my mom the same thing, but this really is Will and I are doing this more as a project to help those people who are still stuck where, on my end in addiction and almost dead, and on Will's end coming from being incarcerated where, sometimes it feels like life is over, that there's no hope. We from a mother's perspective, what would your advice be to other mothers out there whose sons are struggling, and in their mind it feels like there might not be any hope? What, if any, what could you say to them?
I would tell them to keep fighting, put God first, and just stay in the Bible. Go to church. Go to Bible study. Stay focused on Christ, and Christ will lead you to a brighter day.
I was gonna let you.
because
I was gonna let him ask you that question because I knew you was finna let him know. Keep
because
God first.
when he was in there, I had a pastor that went when Dante was going to court. My pastor was right there every time.
Yeah,
He
spirituality
was
is
right
powerful.
there. And
Yes, ma'am.
Pastor O'Neill, he was front and center. And when they told him what he was gonna get, Reverend O'Neill,
we
he
on mute.
stood up for
We on
him.
mute. But when you get too
And
close,
that's all that I
it go
know.
red on you.
That God's gonna bring you out of whatever you're going through.
Yes, ma'am. I knew you was gonna give it to him because Pat is just he all about love. No, no specific like he understands our religions, everything like
I
that.
yeah.
But I knew you was finna. I knew you was finna. I already know. But we needed that because it's about helping another mother and us helping another son and another daughter. So we want to thank you for that, Mom.
Yeah. And y'all welcome, but you have to keep God first.
That's hey, I'm glad that my sister kept quiet because she is the psycho one.
Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I appreciate you keeping quiet. She would have messed up the whole show. She the psycho one. I have to have double love for both of us. All right, thanks, Mama. I'm gonna talk.
All
I'm gonna
right.
see you later.
Merry Christmas. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
thank you, Miss Foster.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm telling. Look, I know that she was gonna talk. God. It's like
Hey, man, that's each, and that's the
each
whole
to his
thing.
own, and that's the whole purpose.
I don't deny any religion, but I don't accept one
Right.
either. I just know the common denominator between every religion is love. So I know that I'm confident in my when I put just love out there that I'm doing the right thing because each and every religion shares
Right.
love.
It's all love.
Shares love as a key.
And it's like, when I'm around, and sometimes I go into my other versions of me. Where I got my mug on, and my wife would just be like, "You need God." Yeah.
Something.
You know what I'm saying, man? But bro, like I say, I see it through my mom and my wife. Like, if my mom didn't through everything, she was always there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't watch my mom go do what she had to do to bond me out. And she let me know that'd be the last time she'd spend $1 bonding me out.
Right.
And never asked her again, but she done stuck through me through everything, man. And that gives me that's one of the main reasons. Like I know through my life I done said things and used to look at women, certain ways and things like that. But I didn't understand like all these women that I used to talk or treat in a certain type of way was a mom like my mom and fool on me for fighting with a woman
Right.
about for a mother's love. But I was in the street mentality mindset and now, it's a whole different me.
Right. No, I have so much gratitude for the women in my life that I can't let this show go without giving a shout out to my grandmother, Joyce McCoy.
Yes, sir.
Things got so crazy at my mom and stepdad's place that I could no longer stay there. It was just there was dysfunctional. So when I was 15, I moved in with my grandparents, and they got to see a lot of the worst. But through all that, the point being, although my grandpa didn't get to see it, my grandma before she passed away on Thanksgiving 2 years ago. But she said her last words to me were, "I knew my boy would come back," and that's that love. That's that guidance, and it gets me choked up when I think about it because, man, just when you go to that place growing up where you know you're safe, you know you're home,
Right.
you know you're protected, regardless of what goes on at home or anywhere else. But there was that one place where you went as a kid, like or growing up, where no matter what's going on in the outside world, man, I'm good here, and that was my grandparents' home.
Once again, crazy part, two different lives, two different sides of the street. And my mom had said it. Lady, that's her niece. That was my first cousin, but we was more like sister and brother. Like, you know, her mom is my aunt, and to this day, she feel like she's my mom as well. And her and my mom, like it's crazy. But at 15, my mom, like, she wasn't going for me out there hustling in them streets. So I had to move in with my cousin lady. And 15, why? Because it's to that point to where, yeah, the law say at 18 we grown, but no.
Yeah, at 15 they can't tell you what to do anymore.
But period.
And it makes it a toxic atmosphere, especially when you're gonna do what the hell you want to do, regardless of what they say. So,
But I never brung any type of drama, drug, none of that to my cousin's house. But she had a son and a daughter, so like I never did that. Like my mama is like the only one who could really totally disrespect me. That's my mama.
right.
What you think about that?
Well, your mother always tells you what's real, regardless if you want to hear it or not.
Period.
And that never changes.
That's
Yeah,
don't play with mama.
no. Our moms are always going to tell us what's what, because what they're coming at us with is love. I mean, we may think, oh, they don't understand or they don't see the perspective, but I can guarantee you your mom knows. And moving through this holiday, if you're having an issue or there's a hang up, the only way to get through that hang up, because again, the bond with your mother is something that it doesn't matter if you're on the other side of the world, there's still that, it's like a fabric that can't be broken. So if you are having issues, talk to them, give them a call. See, nothing ever gets healed by keeping it bottled up inside and having resentments. So if anything, I could hope and wish for any of you that are going through some rifts with your mother and or mother with son, it is just talk, try to communicate. And I thank you guys so much for this episode. This has been a really special one and one I was looking forward to. So in closing, Merry Christmas to all of you, and sending much love, light, and looking forward to talking to you all the next time.
And if you know that you're not showing your mother the respect and love that she deserves just for being your mother, the good thing about life is you can change today. You could do better today. You can choose to know that no matter what, your mother deserves more respect if she's not getting it from you. Like, you got to change in life. And that's my thing. Like, it only took for me to change to truly start doing better in life.
Yeah, and I think the thing that we wanted to send out is that it took William 14 years to get the change. It took me 20 years and almost dying. Our real goal here is so that you don't have to experience that same thing, that your change starts today, and that
Period.
you can actually have that segment of life that we missed out on, that we're able to give you the introspect and talk to you about today. But
You can start living better.
right now, and you don't have to go through that time.
You ain't got to wait.
Why stay in pain for a decade or freaking 14 years or 20 years when you can do it today? Because again, all change is one thought that becomes a belief that becomes a way of life. And I know you got it in you.
Get it out.
Get it out. Much love, people.
Let that negative out. Let that love in. I'm your man, William Hustle.
This is Big Pat.
And we'll see you on our next episode. And we'll have another quote of the day from Big Pat. One love.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.